Welcome to the Christmas lights of Belgravia 2025. We're going to take you all around the suburbs of Belgravia and show you what Christmas has to offer if you're coming down to this rather, well, can only be described as delightful part of London, out near Victoria. Stick with us, we've got some beauties for you. Enjoy. So when I talk about the whole area of Belgravia, Belgravia is one of those areas in London that's, well, spread across several different parts. You've got Eccleston Yards, which we're going to cover. You've got Elizabeth Street. You've got Orange Square and the roads around there, which leads off towards Pimlico. Plus also, you've got Motcomb Street, which is up near the top, near Knightsbridge. So geographically, Belgravia is one of those areas that's well and truly spread out. But we're going to bring as much of that as possible to you, but also some of the superb Christmas decorations. And we're going to start here, which is Eccleston Street, which is not far from Eccleston Yards, believe it or not, and capture these hanging down. Cool, aren't they beautiful? So you've got the sort of net effect, but it's not, because actually it's not 3D, it's 2D. So they're just hanging, there you go. See, as you can see, they're literally just hanging down, but they look very, very effective. Now, what we'll also do is we'll capture some of the area as well as some of the decorations. Now, we'll go down Eccleston Street in a second, but one thing I did notice, is there's a shop down here, and I'm not sure what it is, and it's down Ebury Street, which leads off down towards Orange Square and all the rest of it. We're going to capture some of the bits and pieces down there later. But as we go down here, someone has gone for it. Next to the dry cleaners, it's, what is it? A dem. Oh, it's hairdressers. But very nice hairdressers at that, because they've gone for the Christmas decks. Beautifully there. There you go. And that really does stand out nicely. There you go. So we want to bring you some of the different places as well, because some places really do go for it at Christmas here in London. And actually, we want to bring you the best of those as well. So if you are doing a walk up and around London and you fancy seeing some of these pieces, then at least you know where to head. Right, let's pop down Eccleston Street, see if we've got anything there. Before we do, Eccleston Yards. Okay, we're going to head into Eccleston Yards. The decorations are out, the projections are on. Let's go down. Now, this is all pedestrian down here, and this is lit up most of the year, but they don't have, so that sort of area sort of lit up here. Loads of cafes and restaurants off at Eccleston Yards, so it's a nice little destination to come to. There you go, they've got Christmas trees all set up in the corner there. But then, as you go down Eccleston Yards, you've got all this. Then that opens out beautifully. And actually, in comparison with previous years, fantastic. Now, normally we come down here twice a year for this, but also we come down when they have the Chelsea Flower Show, because they do Belgravia in bloom, as well as Chelsea doing its own thing as well. But that is beautiful, because it has brought Eccleston Yards to life. Now, as we head out of Eccleston Yards to Ebury Street, you've got this rather lovely exit. Don't forget to pat the dog. And this takes you out underneath this lantern here. Right, next, down Ebury Street to Elizabeth Street. So as you come down Ebury Street and you approach Peggy Pension and Elizabeth Street, you've got this, which is the Lime Tree Hotel, which always does lovely decorations. So that's all done lovely there. And then as you come round, you've got Peggy Pension, you've got the Tom Tom Coffee House, which is on the corner, which I've done a coffee in recently. And also, as you come down here, let's pop down, you've got Victoria Coach Station, But these are the Christmas decorations on Elizabeth Street. They've got the chandeliers up. If you look closely, you've got the chandeliers and then you've got the candles in the middle there on the candelabra. And we'll just head down a little bit because they've got uplighters in the windows over here. And let's just see what they've got. Got another set of chandeliers down here. Just make sure I don't get run over as I'm walking in the middle of a bus stop. And as we go over, well, I'm looking forward to seeing some of the shops down here because they always do up really, really well. But further up Elizabeth Street, we've got this one here, which is good. Oh, it's another coffee shop. There you go. Another one to try. There you go. Right. Let's head up Elizabeth Street and see what they've got up here. And I can see all the lights on the balconies and the Christmas trees sticking out. And they've also done the trees at the side as well. They've put fairy lights on the trees at the side. So this should be lovely as we go up and see the main heart of Belgravia on Elizabeth Street. Now, Belgravia is a lovely area, a bit like Mayfair and Chelsea. But you've got Belgravia and Chelsea right next to each other, and then Mayfair off. Money-wise and wealth-wise, yep, this is up there with them. Welfare being the Mayfair. Welfare, hello. Mayfair being the top one. Right, let's have a look. Peggy Pension. Here you go. And that's their Christmas. See the Father Christmas in the middle there? Lovely. All the presents around the outside. Always Instagrammed. For reasons you can imagine, because they always do it up beautifully. Now, let's get a bit closer there. Because there's no one at the table, so it's good. There you go, you've got the presents. You've got that lovely garland around and around the windows. And then the presents stuck to the outside. Now, I wonder how many presents they have to replace on a daily basis when they go home of the night. And that Father Christmas in the middle is lovely. There you go, that's Peggy Pension. Right, what we'll do is we're going to go up one side of the street and then come down the other so we capture all of the Christmassy bits. Right. And actually, if you go inside, they've got Father Christmas on the wall there. Right, let's go up. And as you can see, just giving you a view right round. So you've got the lights on the balcony that start over there. Oh, they've got the big wreath. We're going to come back to that in a minute when we come down the other side. We have a children's shoe shop and clothes shop. That's lovely. That's really nice. So, sort of that white stick effect with the lights in it, and a couple of giant wreaths on the side. Then you have the Florist, which is, well, floristy. Not much there in the way of Christmas. Don't forget you've got the lights up there. Now, Joanna Wood, they always do up theirs beautifully. So we've got some Christmas trees outside, real Christmas trees already. Which is lovely. But you've also got the Christmas scene on the inside as well, which is also very nice. There we go. Now, Joanna Wood's a home interior designer. So, yeah. Or home interiors. So, you'd expect them to be good. Yeah, very nice. Right. And a bit of garland around as well on there. We'll carry on down. Got a restaurant there, which is not open, which we open tonight. And then, oh, got the cigars and coffee place, another Tom Tom over there. And people smelling cigars there. Then as we go up and round, you've got the chemist, who's an old-fashioned sort of chemist. And that's the beautiful thing about Belgravia. You've got the mix of the old and the new. And what we got up here. So, that one, oh, they've got baubles. Almost got run over by a bloke on the bike on the pavement. That's lovely. Almost missed that. Yeah, giant baubles and a royal warrant, so obviously work for the royal family. Then you have the perfumery, which is all lit up beautifully there as well. And then as we go down, and this is about as high up as Elizabeth Street as you need to go, although I'm just going to capture some on the railings on the other side and we're going to come down the other side. So fashion shop. And then here, I'm going more doggy stuff. It's a pet shop. It's a posh pet shop in Belgravia. And I'm guessing they probably sell their leads and collars at 500 quid each, so they need to do one a day. Oh, I don't know, it could be. Right, let's go over. And here, this is an estate agent's. Look what they've done. These wreaths on the outside. So here you can purchase a property in Belgravia. Here we go, Eaton Terrace in Belgravia, 2 double bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Okay, how much do you think that is? Oh, by the way, it's a leasehold. Just over 100 years on the leasehold. That is nearly 3 million, all but 50,000. And that's in Eaton Place in Belgravia. They've got all sorts of, yeah, just gives you an idea of the price of things. But anyway, we're looking at their Christmas decorations. But it's always nice to have a look. Right, so this is quite good because this year they've got the road closed because they've got a whacking great hole in it. There you go, right, hole in the ground, which means no smoking. Yeah, probably a wise move. And then as we come down, we've got another interior designer, Summerhill and Bishop. So you've got wreaths down there and you've got lights on the trees. Then you come down and you've got another restaurant where you can sit outside. Although sitting outside on these ones, you're probably going to get very, very wet. And then you have the lights up above. And then you've got Jeroboam's, which is a wine shop. So, let's get your booze. At probably outlandish prices. There you go, Jeroboam's it's called. Which is interesting because a Jeroboam of champagne, if I remember rightly, is a sort of a box of champagne. There's a number of bits of champagne. Can't remember how many it is. If I remember, I'll put it in the comments down below. But there you go, you've got some champagne there. And then as we go over Chester Square, back into Elizabeth Street, then we are back into Lightsville, as I like to call it. Past the bakers. I had a coffee in here once. It was pretty rank, pretty awful, very ropey. But as we come down and we go past Ebury News, and I know I've done a walk down there before, you have this. So here's your photo opportunity in Belgravia. And it gives you an idea of how big it is with that bloke walking past. So he couldn't have done that at a better time. But that is a big old wreath. So if you fancy having a picture done with that this year, this is sitting outside. Now last year, I don't think they actually had anything. And quite often they put Father Christmas there or whatever. But that, this year, is the wreath, and that's outside Joe Love's. So very nice. And then as you go down, can you see the Christmas trees hanging above and hanging out? Right. And that is the main drag of Belgravia. But there's more to bring you. Yes, because we're going to get into Orange Square very shortly. So we're over in Orange Square, which is part of Belgravia, heading down towards Pimlico. And we're going to catch some of the lights here, but also some of the houses. And here we've got another interior designer. They seem to be the ones pushing out the boat, thankfully. But if you want animation, they've got it. It's a polar bear who's obviously got fleas, scratching his chest, but just look at the little polar bears in front. There you go. One snuggled on the back of another, and he's nodding his disapproval. A big polar bear scratching his chest. But isn't that lovely? So if you're down in Belgravia, make sure you pick that up. In Orange Square itself, you've got the lights going across, which go along the main road, which we'll have a look at in a second. But in the square, we've had these for the last few years, but they always look really effective. You've got presents hanging in the tree. Mozart's here by statue, keeping an eye on the presents up above, making sure that no one's gone in there early, no one's gone sneaking under the tree to see what we got. And as you can see, look, they're all hanging around up here in all the trees that go round Orange Square. And they're twinkling nicely in the boxes. There you go. Lovely. And a close-up, they all look like that. Of varying sizes. What do you think, mate, son? Worth another symphony? Go on. Why not? The Light Symphony. Right. Beautiful. There's Orange Square. As I said, we're in the heart of Belgravia, or in the part of Belgravia now that leads to Pimlico. And then as we go down this way, let's catch some more of the lights. So we've got some more of those string lights across with sort of a starburst on the outside. But what we'll do now is, as we go over the zebra and everyone's waiting for us, there you go. Let's see what else we've got in the windows around here. And here we have all lit up, very nice, with foliage for antlers. Okay, see anything else that we have down there? Oh yeah, I can see Christmas trees. They put Christmas trees up the lampposts, so we're going to grab those in a second. And what we've got here? Oh, we've got a bit of garland in the window. Carl and Hansen's. Apparently it's royal appointment to the Danish court. Yeah. Carl Hansen and Son. Awesome. And have we got any more down here? Oh yeah. Now this one seems to have gone. So they've got, that's wallpaper and rugs. They've got a hanging basket by the looks of it. But here we've gone garland and Christmas tree. That looks lovely. You've got the Christmas tree over there and the garland right around it. Oh, they've even put the garland. Can you see around the sign? Brilliantly. Very nice. They've got more garland around each of the windows and the roof. As you go through, just trying to see if we've got anything much else going on. There you go, you've got the lights going across. Here. And the traffic of a London evening starting to toot and make their merry way. Right, so where have we been? Eccleston Yards. We've been on Elizabeth Street, Ebury Street, down to Orange Square. And if I remember rightly, this is the Pimlico Road. Sure it is. So, it'll be interesting to see if they've got anything on Motcomb Street, which is our next Belgravia stop. Yeah, this is the Pimlico Road. There you go. You've got the trees up there as well. Lovely. Ooh, before we go, I've just spotted something, which is down here and all lit up. Which I must admit, I've missed before. But that's the beauty of walking and talking. Let's go down here, because we're now in Dove Place, and look at these trees, all set up. So, I have walked down here before, but not at Christmas. So you've got a restaurant over here, which is an artisan bakery. Entree, by the looks of it. And I've got a funny feeling I saw that when I was over near Kensington High Street. So I think that's a very, very small chain. But anyway, lovely trees. But then just look at these. You've got these outside these apartments. Yes, these are apartments, folks. Very big apartments with a water feature in the middle, which I've got to be careful not to go walking down. But if you look at these. All these trees, all lit up. There. And the little trickle that you can hear is the sound of the water running down the side. So you've got the trees there. And this is known as Whistler Square. So we're not talking Whistler, Canada. Or is it America? I don't know. I'll check my geography on that one. But anyway, this is Whistler Square. So I wonder how many people come down here and go or anything like that. Yeah, I know, it's bad, wasn't it? But anyway, there, that looks lovely, doesn't it? All lit up in Belgravia. Discovering the places just off the beaten track of Pimlico High Road. So, or Pimlico Road. So next, let's go and see if they've got anything on Motcomb Street. Now, last year, Motcomb Street was pretty poor So it'd be good to see if they've got anything down there this time. But I tell you what they will have down there is Neill the Florists. And let's see what they've done, because they always look fantastic when they do anything. And for Christmas, they always look phenomenal. So looking forward. Right, that's next. Okay, so we're back in the last part of Belgravia now. And this is over near Motcomb Street. So this is the bit that's just behind Knightsbridge. And it's quite funny because it's quite isolated from Elizabeth Street. So actually we're doing it, it's a good 10 to 15 minute walk, depending how fast you are, between it. But Belgravia is quite big. But I wanted to come up here, see what Motcomb Street have got, hopefully not disappointing this year, and also feature this place, Neill Florists, because it's always amazing. And with the garlands they've got this year, they are absolutely beautiful. So just take that in. And then what we'll do is do it window by window. So you've got the garland down here. Garland out the window, there you go, got the gold flowers there. It's amazing. Around the door and inside, which is absolutely beautiful. There you go. They are, without doubt, a beautiful and always the best as far as Christmas decorations go for the florists and around. Oh wow. Oh my God, we're inside. They've let us in. God. These wreaths. That is amazing. And I'm going to ask how long these wreaths take to actually make that up on the wall here. That is absolutely beautiful. Incredible. Yeah, well, you know what they say. If you don't ask, you don't get. Don't ask, you don't want. And they were brilliant. They just said, yeah, come on in and film and ask any questions. So I just asked, so those wreaths at the back there, they take a good couple of hours for their studio to put together. And they asked for 2 days. So they are. I didn't ask what the price was. It's one of those things, isn't it? If you've got to ask what the price is, then you probably can't afford it. And you wouldn't be buying in Belgravia. Right. Let's have a look and see what we've got around the corner. So, this is Louise Kennedy. No, I've not heard of her either. But anyway, she's got inflatable balloons and inflatable balls as we go through. They've got a party on with champagne, etc. going on there. There you go. Right. And then as we go around the corner, has Motcomb Street, yes, Motcomb Street has got something to offer this year. After a whole year, last year, of nothing going on. We have, oh yes, we have stars. Do you know what? It's stars better than last year. So this is Motcomb Street. So we're up around the back of Knightsbridge. There you go. Got those there and just look straight down. That is fantastic. And you can see the tree up on the balcony on the right hand side as well. Beautiful. And then as we go down, you've got restaurants, etc. down there. You've got little decorations up on the tree. Oh, sorry, up on the street light at the side there. And then you've also got Waitrose. Now, Waitrose quite often have something outside it, but we'll have a look. Now, this is Amelie, but I'm only going to stand here. But look inside that. That is incredible. And that used to be a coffee shop, and now it's just for eating. So, and as you can see, very posh, white tablecloth and all the rest of it, only on the outside. Yes, it's French, thanks to Amelie. Nothing outside Waitrose, but let's just have a look here. Oh yeah, look at those. Look at those wreaths on there. Excellent, so much better this year. Now, interesting, they've got those ones switched on, but they've got the stars here and they haven't switched them on. So I've got a funny feeling they must have run out of money down this end. And then on that end, you've got the stars. And you've got it outside the beautiful building here, Pantechnicon. And the stars of Motcomb Street. Yeah, that is lovely. That is really nice. But Errol Douglas, that's it, Errol Douglas. They've got the wreaths on the windows there. But then we'll go a bit further down because I can see a little bit further down. Despite the fact the stars aren't on, we have got some Christmas decorations here. Oh, Le Café Knack. Now that's interesting. That could be another coffee tasting place for future. Blink Brow Bar. Blink and your wallet's gone, I would imagine, or your purse, or the money from it. Well, we are talking Belgravia prices. But then we have this one here. This is a Fortuna. With a garland, etc., all around it there. And then I've just noticed over the other side, behind this van, says I drink diesel, not petrol, we have this, which is rather lovely. So we've got, yes, nice dress, but beautifully done. Big garland around, what's it called? Stuart Parvin. There you go, big garland around, very nice. Right, as we walk past another outside eating establishment past Eccleston Street, and as we head back down, oh, it's the Alfred Tennyson. I think that's a sort of pub, so wine bar. Let's head back down to this part, and we're just going to pop round the corner as well, because when we pop round the corner, we may well have some more Christmas decorations as we go down. But I just want to give you the full effect, because I always believe with the Christmas decks or anything else, and I said this when we were at Kew Gardens, if you go the other way, you get twice the lot, twice the view. Because you see it one way, then see it the other, and it looks completely different looking the other way coming back. You know what I mean? So, two lots, two views of Christmas decorations for one. Let's keep going down here. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? Really nice. Especially with the lights on the top of the building there. And the uplighters and those big windows. Wow. Very nice. Do like Motcomb Street. Especially when they do something to it. We've been doing so many renovations down here for the last year or so. Right. And then those Christmas trees up in the top corner. Top corner there. Lovely. Right. Anything around the corner? Well, let's have a look as we go around. Oh yeah, got a restaurant round here. But they've just put fairy lights on the outside. But I love the way that they've got rugs on all the chairs, just to keep people warm. There you go. See all the rugs on the chairs? That's what I mean, there you go. All beautifully lit up. Can you see the rugs? There you go. So I'd imagine that's to keep you well and truly warm when you're in here. Right. So that is Belgravia. What did you think of Belgravia? Well, a massive thanks to Neill for letting us go in and having a look on the inside, let alone the outside. Cool, that was a touch. Really enjoyed that. That was lovely of them. Really, really lovely. I quite enjoyed Belgravia this year, actually. Now, the question is, Belgravia or Chelsea? Chelsea or Belgravia? That's the question. But then again, when you've got a view like that and the lights up there like that, what do you think? Do let us know in the comments. Anyway, I'm going to put a Christmas video up in the top right-hand corner. And if the Chelsea one's out before the Belgravia one, that's going to be in the top right-hand corner for you. There you go. And vice versa. But anyway, there's a video top right-hand corner, more Christmas 2025 here in London. Really hope you're enjoying it. Let us know in the comments down below. If there's any places we haven't covered that you'd like me to cover, if we can, I will do so. So put it in the comments and let us know. And from Belgravia, all lit up. Wow. Thanks for joining us. And happy Christmas.